Let's get it!
Broadcasting to you from a little grass shack in the middle of the Pacific.
Live in the place to be.
Well, they're actually in the Bay Area.
Yes!
But they are the premier Pacifica show that shines a spotlight on positive Pacific Islanders.
You listening to the sound.
Role models coming brown every Thursday night at 6.
East to west, we getting hurt.
Brought to you by Pacifica by Design. It's the iconic FICA podcast with your hosts, Naki and Carl.
What's up, Neki?
Hey.
We are
Hey.
live in the studio, season 9, episode 9 of the FICA podcast. What are we doing today? We have guests from the Regional Pacific Islander Task Force. We'll hear from them in the second half. We have a couple topics. We have a whole bunch of community announcements, and we have our check-ins. Naki's a road warrior this week, fighting traffic back and forth. What you got today?
Let's see. I'm looking forward to our guests that are joining us this evening. I actually met Callie when we went to Pee Wee
Oh,
or PV.
PIW.
Yeah, they had an event in Alameda. Was it Alameda?
Mm-hmm.
And so I interviewed her then. She was talking about all the work that she was doing. So now we get to finally sit and have a concentrated conversation on
Hayward, or was that
Hayward?
Hayward? Yeah,
Hayward. Yeah.
I love that little Hayward downtown area.
So yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. What happened this week? The Warriors won, even though Curry is hurt or was hurt, didn't play.
Did you see the text message I sent you?
What text message?
Did I not send it to you? I saw on social media, I saw a greatest of all time NBA top 10.
Oh, hell no.
Curry was like number 8.
Oh,
he was on
okay.
it. I was
Right.
I didn't send it to you. But
Garbage, that list last week. Garbage,
I
I
immediately thought, ooh, there's one where Curry's in the top 10. I better send it.
13, that list we had last week had him at 13.
He was number 8 on this list.
Yes. Okay. That getting better, America. Getting
top
better.
Top 10.
Yeah, that's my baby. My grandbaby is turning 2 on Sunday. So we'll be celebrating my toops badoops. And that's my margin. Toops badoops. And my lovey turns 17 on the 8th. I know I already said that, but 17. And
Driving?
so
Driving?
No. I don't have the patience to teach her. That's Mo's job.
Well, Mo's the most
Mo's
patient
job.
human being that ever lived. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
they
I
just
agree.
haven't gotten there yet, because
Mhm.
she's ready, right? She wants to
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah, she's ready.
Okay. All right. I was assigned. I don't think at the beginning I was assigned the driver's ed teacher from my school, or from my family, but by the end, yeah, Nick wasn't cut out for that. She was completely out of the picture by the time the boys had their license. So Malia got her license first. She was a lot like you and I. I mean, the 16th birthday, she was there knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Let me take that test and let me get free. The boys got theirs later, and I think I did all of the boys because Nick just didn't. She was like, I can't. I tell them to slow down. They don't slow down fast enough, and they're scaring me. And then she freaks out, and it freaks them out. And so I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and take this.
Well, we've had a lot of kids in our house, like the Jordan girls. My Mo taught her how to drive. The Lutu girls, they have been in our house. Mo taught them how to drive. My kids, my goddaughter. So
he's a patient man.
Yeah, he's a patient man. Me, no. So I just don't have the patience, and I'm good with that. So Mo has taught a lot of our kids in our family
Who taught you how to drive?
I think I'm pretty sure my mom. It was my mom. And I normally just took off with the car anyway. So
I'm gonna go learn.
Yeah. So I just took off with the car anyway. So there you go.
Different times.
Different times. And they had simulators when I was, I know,
Really?
simulators when I was learning how to drive.
Wow. What did you
yeah.
learn how to drive? What is the first memory you have of driving a car?
It was my Duster. I think I talk about it.
A Plymouth Duster?
No, it's a
Dodge?
Dodge Duster.
Okay.
I learned in that car, but I learned because the brakes were bad, so I'd have to pump on the brakes before I got to. Yeah, it was bad.
Was it a stick or was it automatic?
It was automatic. I did learn how to drive a stick, though. I do know how to drive a stick, and that Mo taught me how to drive a stick.
Oh my goodness, he's
yeah.
patient.
Yeah, he's patient.
Well, so what was that? How come did you all had a car with a clutch?
We lived in Washington at the time, and Mo's brother lived with us, and he had a car that was a stick, and he would often go out of town. And so while he was out of town, Mo would teach me how to drive a stick because I'd have to drive somewhere or whatever. And so that's how I learned.
Necessity.
Because he would take the car to work, and then if I needed to go somewhere, I was stuck.
So what was it? What was the?
I don't know.
Was it a car or a truck?
It was a car.
The car.
It was a car.
Okay.
So there you go. Thanks, Opeka. So yeah, that's how I learned how to drive a stick. And I don't think my kids know how to drive a stick. I'm pretty sure the girls do not know how to drive a stick. I'm not sure if Mac knows how.
Definitely would be the older two.
Don't think so.
Right? If any of them, it would be
the older two. But I don't think they know how to drive a stick. Yeah, just me and Mo.
For us old folk.
Guys. Oh, there you go. Mo, I'm a driver's training teacher for illegal drivers who drive with no license. He did. All our kids and our nieces and nephews, they all drove dirty for a while. So there you go.
License, insurance, we'll get all that when we get it.
Just drive. Like we couldn't drive you. Here's the car, take it. And so sorry, all our kids drove dirty for a while, so
take it and creep when you have to.
Yeah.
Avoid the popo.
Everybody's like, well, and then our story was, if you get pulled over, remember, you took the car from the house. You didn't tell your parents.
Right. They know nothing about it.
They know nothing about it, because then we don't want to get in trouble.
Because you're on your own.
Yeah. We'll come get you. But just say.
Don't rat anybody out.
Yeah, don't rat anybody out. So there you go. Snitches get stitches. Snitches get stitches. So yeah.
We were talking about that earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
About how we had you were talking about what was going on at work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about getting sent to a store in Oakland to do an investigation. And I had told people back at the corporate office, look, nobody's going to say anything. Like,
yeah. I remember you were telling me
the way it's going to be. Nobody's going to say anything. And so when I asked around about the guy, I was like, so, tell me, have you ever heard, this kind of language? And they're like, actually, I asked the manager first. I was like, hey, tell me about this guy. And they're like, oh, everybody loves him. And that just cemented it. I was like, yeah, nobody's going to say a word about this guy.
Right.
And when I started talking to people, they're like, D? Oh, D's good people, man.
Yeah.
What do you think? And I was like, yeah. So I talked to, I don't know, a bunch of people. Nobody said a word. Yeah. And I knew it was going to be that way. And I reported back. They're like, so nobody said, no, it's Oakland.
Yeah.
First, it's Oakland. And second, everybody likes him. Yeah. Nobody's going to say a word. And everybody was like, you would have thought he was the angel of angels.
Yeah. And we were talking about this because not this job that I work at a previous job that I used to work at. This guy, and I'm old school, so the way we talk, we were all ghetto, and so he would talk to girls like, "Hey, baby, hey," or he called this one girl Big Booty Girl, Big Booty Sister, and she would just laugh, and it was funny to us. And then somebody overheard him saying that and didn't like it and got offended. And so when we all went into HR, we didn't know this until later when we were talking about it, but when they pulled me into HR, they were like, has he ever, said anything to you? And he used to talk crazy to me, and I'd be, and I would cuss him out and then go about not cuss him out, but we'd laugh, And then when they pulled me into the office, at another job, not the one that I work at now. Let's just get that clear. Like 20 years ago, they said, have you heard anything? Has he ever said anything to you? And I was like, I don't recall ever seeing him being disrespectful to me. And I've never witnessed or heard him speak ill of anybody else. That was my
I haven't
story.
seen it, haven't heard it.
Stuck to it. And then later on, as we're in the break room, the other girls came in and we're all the same age, right? We're all in the same generation. And they were like, I got called into the office and they asked me about Phil. It's a made up name, Phil. And I said, I don't know nothing. I never heard. And, so we all pretty much had the same story, even though we knew it was just different. And it was a younger generation that
Right.
had reported him. So we were like, all right, no more fucking around at work, So there you go.
You used to be able to get away with that.
You used to get away with a lot of things. And it's
Actually,
all joking, but it's not
wasn't-
funny anymore these days.
It wasn't even getting away with it back
Right.
then. It's just
Right.
like that was
That was just
funny.
the-
It was
yeah.
it was a different time. But yeah, the minute I knew everybody liked him, I was like, first of all, it was most likely nobody's going to talk. But when
Nobody's
everybody
gonna
loved
talk,
the guy,
yeah.
I was like, nobody's going to say word one.
Yeah,
about
nobody's gonna
bad about this guy.
Yeah. Well, now times are different now, right? People get offended quickly. And they put more thought into it. Like, I didn't even care. Like, it didn't even hit me. It was like, that's how people talked back in the day. It's wrong now, but back then it was okay.
Well, to me, I would think that if somebody says something that's offensive to me,
Yes,
rather than going to HR,
I would go to that person.
I would probably sit down with the person and say,
Yeah.
just don't call me that, or
Right.
I don't want to hear that or something,
Right.
rather than just going to,
Yeah.
the boss or HR or
And
whatever.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm very confrontational.
If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, if I don't like something or something doesn't feel right, I will say something. That's just how I am. I won't go to HR. I would handle it myself. And if it didn't, I don't think I've ever had to, after I've said something or try to handle a problem myself at work, that it wasn't squashed.
Most people would get it.
Yeah, yeah, but people have families and people have jobs and bills, and I get that. But I would try to settle it, because after that guy left, I was like, oh my God, he's got kids and da, da, da. He was the breadwinner. But anyway, so
Yeah, I think it's more.
don't say anything at work, I guess.
It's more of a I don't know, a society thing now to
Yeah.
report, to not
Definitely.
not talk to somebody,
Right.
send an email or go talk to somebody rather than actually just bringing it up.
Pete's on. He's like, confrontational?
Not nacky.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, times are different now, and I understand it. The generation now is way more aware of their feelings, where I think my generation it was not that serious because we were just still trying to figure stuff out. And
A lot of it, I think, came from our generations. Like you could tell how somebody meant it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So if they said something that didn't come out right,
Right.
if you knew they meant something, like
Right.
that meant more than me taking the word and going,
Yeah.
wait a minute, I don't like that word. Like, so if somebody was saying something, I knew that wasn't an intent to
Yeah.
harm or to offend or those kind of things, I let it slide. It'd be like, well, that's not really. I mean, I don't feel like the guy was coming at me or going at the person.
I mean, 100%. If you're offended by what somebody says, then of course, say something or speak up or whatever. That speak up. I don't know.
I think you should give the person a chance to stop the behavior. And if they don't, then you got to
Yeah,
go.
but if you're not comfortable with confronting the person, then of course, tell your supervisor or whoever you feel is your boss or whatever, and let them know if you feel uncomfortable. But I'm like, bitch, get over it. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, seriously. The times are different now. You can't say a lot. You can't say anything offensive at work.
Gotta be careful.
And you gotta be careful. Anyway, I don't know how we went down that road, but there you go. So, what is this week? It's almost April.
It's first day of spring.
Oh, is it?
Today's first day of
yes,
spring.
thank God.
Today's
I
a
need
spring equinox.
I need heat in my life. Even though I like winter because I love hoodies and sweats and stuff like that, but I miss the heat. I
Yeah,
like
no,
summer.
it'll be hot enough for long enough. When it gets here, it gets here. But
Yeah.
right now, highs in the upper 60s, 70s. I'm a fan. I'm a big
Yes.
fan.
I like that. I mean, it's always hot here where we
Yes.
live. And I work in San Francisco, so it's always cool there. Even when it's hot, it's not that hot, you know.
Yeah, it gets like 85 or 90 in the city, and that's like crazy heat wave. People like
Yeah.
it's
But it's still not
unheard
that
of.
hot. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still not that hot. So yeah, that's all I have going on this week, other than my Warriors are still kicking butt. Um, yeah.
Your Niners are still dismantling the team.
My Niners are they're still rebuilding.
Rebuilding.
They need to.
The good thing is you have that big centerpiece to build
Good
around.
thing we have Moody, right?
Moody, right?
Because
You need that.
we need to hold on
that-
to his sorry ass.
The franchise.
Oh my
You can call
gosh.
him Jake the Franchise Moody.
Yeah, so without him, there's no team. When because of him, we have no team. It should be because of him, we have no team. March Madness is going on, right?
March Madness is here. Actually, and
Yes.
it goes into April now, doesn't it? It's not like just in
Yes.
March anymore. But
Definitely.
that's
March Madness. Big
always
shout
a
out.
good thing.
Two of my nieces will be playing in March Madness. Katie Fiso with Oregon and Megan Fiso with San Diego State.
The Fiso family represent.
Fiso family. They'll be in March Madness, women basketball. So check it out. Check it out. They didn't get their skills from me though. Their dad played a big part, and their mom. So big shout out to the Fiso family.
It's always fun to see
Mhm.
the kid, the
Yeah.
student athletes,
Uh-huh.
because the playoffs are cool, and
Yeah.
like professional sports are cool,
Yeah.
but college sports are a different level
Mhm.
of enthusiasm. I
Yes.
believe.
I'm excited. I'm excited to I never usually watch March Madness women's basketball, but I will be doing that this year.
Yeah,
There you go.
got to look it up.
There you go, right? So tons and tons of basketball. The Warriors are doing good because of Butler and Post, and everybody's
Lot of
doing
that
really
young
good.
blood's
Yeah.
flowing.
Oh yeah. And what is that? He has curly hair. He has an what is it? Mo, what is his name? He curly hair. He has an act. He's from Europe.
There's a lot of European players
Yeah.
in the league right now.
Mhm.
A lot of European players.
Yeah, so he has a big part of that whole group that's winning now. So there you go. I'm excited because we're headed to the ship. We're headed to the
Uh-oh.
ship. There you go.
They're back.
Yeah. Hoops hype. That list is garbage. Garbage. There you go.
So, in the news, we have the other one, the Tesla. So, Tesla stock has dropped 53% from its highest point. To put that in perspective, that's a $500 billion loss on paper. So, what Elon's doing ain't working for the company, but there's a indication of how far the average price of a Tesla has dropped. And that's 50%. It's gone from like 70,000 to 30,000.
Ooh, time to get a Tesla.
That's what I want to ask. How low does it got to? Would you consider buying because before, I think the big knock on it was, is there enough range? Can you charge? There's more chargers now. Some of them have more range, but it was the price, right? So would you consider buying one if the price drops low enough?
If it drops low enough, yes.
Yeah.
No, I
No.
don't think so.
So is it the car, or is it Elon Musk?
Elon Musk.
So
I don't want to support him.
Yeah. So that's that's why the stock's dropping 100%.
Mhm.
That's why the
People
stock is
have
dropping.
been they've been selling their Teslas, getting rid of their Teslas. What do you call those, movie stars or whatever?
They're just getting out of them.
They're just getting out of them.
And
They're
that's
getting
one of
rid
the
them.
reasons why the prices are dropping, right? Because now the market's flooded with more units.
Yeah.
More units, the price goes down.
Right.
So you can see on the graph, that the average price of an electric vehicle has been dropping, but Tesla has been dropping way faster than the average price of the electric vehicle.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was kind of my question was, does Elon Musk play a big enough role that even if it got cheap, because I've ridden in Teslas, I've
Are they
done
nice?
Lyfts and Ubers, and oh
Are they
my
nice?
gosh,
Well, Cree has a Tesla,
they're
so are they
crazy
ni
nice.
Oh, okay. Well, if it drops to 15,000, I will buy one. If it drops to 15,000, I think I will buy one.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was the chairman of the board, but some of the board are saying that Elon Musk should resign or get off the
Ooh,
find a way to distance himself because the company's suffering, right?
yeah.
So actually the company itself is beginning to buck a little bit under, what he's doing and what it's
Mhm.
costing him. But yeah, that's the question that, does it mean enough? Does Elon Musk and either the dislike for him or what he's doing or whatever play a big enough factor in your I would buy it. I think if it gets low enough, because
Yeah.
we were already looking at
Uh-huh.
electric vehicles because the solar panels we have,
Mhm.
and the amount of juice that we're getting out of the solar panels, we're thinking, well, if we get an EV, maybe it's a good time, and then prices are dropping, but then that's a factor, right? Elon Musk is a factor because
Yeah.
he's behind the whole thing.
Yeah, if I wouldn't it would have to drop, like, really, like, 15,000, I would buy one.
Have you ridden in a Tesla? Have you ridden in
I have
Cruise?
not, but I do want an electric car because I drive to the city and I'll be driving a little bit more often or more often. I would like an electric car, but I don't wanna pay $70,000 for an electric car.
Yeah, they're cheap.
Uh,
They're
yeah.
like $30,000-$40,000 now.
If a Tesla gets to 15,000, I will buy a Tesla.
Oh,
Higher than
I
that,
don't think you're
no.
gonna be
Yeah,
buying one because I don't see
yeah.
them going that low, but
Well, there
they're
you
low
go.
enough. It's a it's a factor in the decision at this
Yeah,
point.
it is a factor. I would not buy anything that I don't know. I don't wanna support him. He's not doing a good job of why he has a part of running our country. I have no idea, but I don't wanna support him and his crazy antics.
Yeah, it's been an odd thing. I think that yeah, we won't go into the whole politics of it, but yep, saw that $500 billion loss on paper. The company's actually now asking for him to distance himself, and the price of a Tesla's fallen up low enough that a lot of people are buying them that haven't thought about it before. um, let's see. Go ahead and go to the next one. You had put it up earlier. So this month in Pacific Islander history, the U.S. detonated a bomb in the Marshall Islands that still affects the people there today.
Oh, yeah.
And I was kind of looking through like what happened in this month in Pacific Islander history, and I came
Mhm.
across that. And reading about it, it really it makes me wonder, like, did they not look at the people that were there as people? Like, how do they do that with people there if they think that they're people?
I have no idea.
You know what I mean? Like
Idiots.
the radiation there, and they've measured the radiation there in pieces of the Marshallese Islands, and it's worse than the Russian.
Uh-huh.
Forget the name of it, but worse than some of the bigger name nuclear disasters. The level of radiation is still higher than that. So,
Yeah, that's
um,
awful.
yeah, it is awful, and it's crazy to think that this happened fairly recently. I mean, it's not like yesteryear, but we were
I
still
mean,
had
still.
things into the Clinton administration.
Yeah, I can't believe that was Clinton.
Well, that was in the 50s. That was actually one of the first thermonuclear bomb that the U.S. ever detonated. The bombs that were over Japan were actually a different kind, but yeah, something to think about, something to remember.
Yeah. Awesome. Interesting. Very interesting. We have community announcements, right?
Yep,
Oh man, time is flying.
we got a few minutes before we got our guests that are already in the green room. So
Yeah.
Essence of Mana is back. This is a program that we've supported for a lot of years. 13-week course tailored to support adult family members and enhance their communication skills with today's youth and learn tools to foster a more nurturing home environment and a healthier family dynamic. Classes start March 27th, a week from today at 6 p.m., and the cohort is held via Zoom. Contact Nani Wilson at nwilson@aars.org or Luena Massina at lmassina@aars.org.
I had to put my reading glasses on. Poly Step Fest is happening March 28th and 29th in Salt Lake City area, West Valley, Utah. You'll be stepping with the Foz, Tony, Lonnie, and Layla. Will be leading your journey through extreme hip hop step, but with the Polynesian flavor that they have become famous for. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now. Go to their IG page or to polystepfest.org for more details.
All My Usos Community Blood Drive is happening April 5th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 2055 Sunnydale Avenue in San Francisco. That's SCDC. Every donor will be entered for a chance to win a luxury seat experience at a Giants game. See the Giants game from a suite. Register by clicking the link in Amu's bio or contact Jessica at 415-718-1995.
Nice. The 4th annual Bay Area Pie Fest Pacifica Steam Fair is happening April 12th at the San Mateo Event Center from 1 to 5 p.m. All ages are welcomed, and there will be cultural performances, hand-on activities, STEM resources, raffle prizes, lots and lots and lots. They'll provide lunch. Register your children at We Are Pie Fest on Instagram, and you'll see us there.
You will see us there. You'll hear us there, too, even if you don't see us. Grab your pickleball partners and register for the first annual Pacifica Pickleball Tournament brought to you by Pacific Islander Collective San Diego. Happening Saturday, May 17th from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Mackenzie Creek Park in Chula Vista. Raffle prizes from Holo Holo Festival, Island Vibe, Tatao, Island Armor, and Dame Mascafeina. Register by emailing picsd619@gmail.com or scan the QR code.
Atamai Cultural Arts is proud to announce Atamai Cultural Events' 4th voyage, Leafi, The Fire Within. On April 26th, they honor the unyielding spirit of our ancestors, the fire they carried, the past they illuminated, and legacy they entrusted to us. Leafi is more than a tribute. It is a call to remembrance, a declaration of identity, and promise to the future. Join them as they ignite the fire within, honor our past, and shape our future together as the people of Polynesia. Pre-sale tickets are available now for just $5. Tap the link in their bio, Atamai Culture on IG, to get yours today. We got to shorten that.
Gotcha. Pacifica Mental Health Conference is a free mental health conference hosted by the Pacific Islander mental health clinicians from around the country. Happening May 23rd from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Spring Hill Suites in West Sacramento. Register at tinyurl.com/MHPIC 2025.
Oh, and aren't they? I think they're sold out.
They're sold out.
They're at max capacity.
They sold it out at 200. They pushed the community, asked for more seats. They added 50 seats, and those 50 sold out too. So
Right.
The next time they got it, get those tickets early.
Next time they have this, you have to sign up right away because it's sold out really quickly. And it's in May. It's only March.
Right.
So
They sold out.
so
They
there you
sold
go.
out quick, and this isn't a PI event where they can just add 100 people at the door.
Right.
Like they got seats,
They're at
they got
max
fire
capacity.
marshal, they got capacity,
Right.
they got laws and rules and regulations.
Right.
The number of seats that they say they've got, and they've moved things around.
It's at a Palangi venue. So there you go. There
Get
you
your
go.
tickets
There
early.
you go. Let's see. The Luminati Education Gift is here. Apply today. The 16th annual Luminati Education Gift offers money and gift cards to support your school journey and cash prizes for your mixed media art submissions. Don't wait. This is your chance to showcase your talent or get the support you need for school. Click the link in Samoan Solutions bio to apply.
Call for Pacific Islander couples for a research study focused on the unique experience and perspective of Pacific Islander couples. Both partners must identify as Pacific Islander, ages 25 through 65, share your experience in a confidential setting, and participate in 2 virtual interviews. Compensation is provided for your time. You'll get paid. To participate, email ymanupuna@student.chaminade.edu.
There you go. And our 2025 for 25 fundraiser is happening all year long, all during
We're off to a
2025.
good start.
We're off to a good start. We have over, I think, over $2,000. I can't.
Over $2,000.
Yeah. So $25 for 2025. Thank you so much to everyone that donated this week. We want to shout out
Beverly Quintana.
Quintana and all the people that donated this so far. So we appreciate you. Thank you so much. At the end of this month, we will draw names, and whoever's name we pull, you have to be in the Bay Area. You're going to go with us. If we draw your name, you'll go with us to Snacky with Nacky. How about that?
That's next week.
That's
We'll
next
be
week.
doing that.
We'll pull
be
names
spinning
next
the wheel
week.
next week, drawing a name. Beverly Quintana, thank you. Shout out to her. And it touched me and you, right? Because we worked with her a few years ago.
Right.
And she heard about it and was one of the 2025. So
yeah.
thank you, Beth.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So next we have the amazing team coming up. Lenna is part of it. We love Lenna. Lenna is part of this team. So we're excited to bring on Callie and Josiah. They are with the Pacific Islander Wellness Initiative. Regional Pacific Islander Task Force. You want to read, or Josiah is a health educator and coordinator for the Pacific Islander Wellness Initiative in Hayward, where he works to strengthen and uplift the Pacific Islander community. Originally from Los Angeles, Josiah has a deep appreciation for his culture and a strong passion for advocacy, particularly in supporting the unhoused population and empowering youth. With a background in sociology from Wheaton College, okay, go Wheaton. He brings a wealth of experience from his time working in the domestic violence and sexual assault field at the Center for the Pacific Asian Family. His dedication to organizing and creating meaningful change in Alameda County is inspiring. Outside of his work, he stays active on the basketball court and enjoys cooking, though he admits he loves eating even more. My kind of guy, foodie. He values both the wisdom of elders and the energy of youth, striving to build a stronger, more connected Pacific Islander community. Welcome, Josiah.
Hey, thank you. Happy to be here.
Yay.
Awesome. And I'm going to introduce Calicito Biaucula, known to many as Cali. She serves the program navigator for the Regional Pacific Islander Task Force. I like that title. That title. Proudly of Fijian descent and using she/her pronouns, Kali is dedicated to developing culturally relevant programs that connect Pacific Islanders in Alameda County with essential county resources. Her work ensures these programs are accessible, impactful, and tailored to the unique needs of the community. Beyond her role with the task force, Kali is a cultural entrepreneur, passionately teaching and preserving the art of Fijian tapa design, known as masi. Through community workshops and education, her efforts help strengthen her cultural identity and keep traditional practices alive for future generations. Welcome, Kali.
Luvanaka. And then our Lenna, who is amazing everywhere she goes. She's a new, not so new, but a part of a little older member than these guys, as not as in age, as in beauty. Hello. She's also part-time with SF Hep B Free, which we love Richard, even though he almost got we love Richard. We love the whole team. Hi, Lenna. Thank you for joining this evening.
Oh, hi. Thank you so much for having us. We're so excited to be here, especially to introduce, Kali and Josiah. Josiah is brand new and excited to work with him. So, and I know he has to hop off real soon. So he's really anxious to share what he does and what he's going to do for the Alameda County high school graduates. So is it okay if I just give it to him?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Go.
Josiah.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the assist, Lenna. But yeah, so my name is Josiah Malietulua. I'm a health educator, I think, like you mentioned, for the Pacific Islander Wellness Initiative. And we have a really big event that we want all the PI senior high school graduates to come to. So on May 30th, we have a flyer from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Veterans Hall in Hayward. And we're having a PI celebration for all PI graduates. We're gonna have food, really good food, if I say. We're gonna have dancing and celebration, and we might have some people from the city come by and stop by, just to recognize y'all as well. So we really want y'all to sign up. We have a form on the flyer as well, and just to come out because we want to celebrate y'all, to give you your flowers, to give you a lot of things, and appreciate y'all for all the hard work because graduating is not easy. So we just want to congratulate y'all for all that. Yeah, and then I have two more events that I want to promote really quickly.
Go.
Yeah, so we have another event on May 7th. It's called Rock the Mic. It's an open mic event. We had this last year and a couple years before that. It's a really cool event. It's hosted at Chabot College. That event is from 6 to 8 p.m. And we really want students from all over just to come to that too, just to engage with more PI culture and also just to share like your talents because it is an open mic.
It's open mic.
So we want people to come and share their talents, especially like PI talents and stuff like that. Just to showcase the culture. And then our last event coming up this month is our AA and PI mental health day, and that's on May 10th. And we're having a little 5K fun run. That's all the details I have on that right now, but we'll share a lot more coming soon. But yeah, that's all I had for today. But I appreciate y'all so much, and thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. We appreciate you. So the graduation, people will sign up, the PI students will sign up, and it doesn't matter college, high school.
So yeah,
this
graduation, yeah, specifically for high school. And we're also targeting high schoolers within Alameda County. So yeah, if you're in Alameda County and you're a sibling, you know someone who's gonna graduate, your cousin or anything, just let them know. And yeah, look up the Pacific Islander Wellness Initiative, and we'll have our flyers all over our Instagram, our website, and the RAM's website, and task force as well. So trying to get the word out there as much as possible to bring the youth in.
Yes, share the flyer with us. Could you see our community announcements? We'll add it to our community announcements until May. Awesome.
For sure. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Golly, girl, look at you looking all fly over there. Okay, what you doing? Tell us what's going on with the work that you're doing there in Hayward.
Alameda and Hayward.
Alameda.
So currently one of the biggest programs that me and Lenna lead, the task force also leading, is around this promoting of Saluna and the Bright Life for Kids mental health app. And it is for us, for a lot of PI communities, around mental health is something that we often don't talk about. And with this data from the statistic from this CDC, it says that one death is like every one death is equivalent to like every 11 minutes. So it talks about that. It talks about like one person commits suicide within 11 minutes, and that's the statistics. And coming from the Pacific Island, especially for Fiji, that do work around suicide prevention, it also, like in every 36 hours, a person commits suicide. And we need, and it's like a very alarming, especially for many Americans or PI, and like who struggle to access like mental health services. And in living in this in the US, like where it's like everything's everything's like corporate or capitalism, accessing to mental health services, it's difficult because we don't talk about it, and taking into the cultural component on how we talk about mental health. And and many of the CDC also state that from ages 10 to I think 20 10 to 60, from 10 years of age to 64 of age, like those are like the 9 lead. Suicide has been the top leading cause of death for people. And with this, talking about mental health, or mental health services that we have called the Bright Star and Saluna, that was targeted towards early intervention or prevention on accessing these mental health services. For Bright Life, it's targeted towards from the ages 0 to 0 to 12, and whereas this is from 0, like talking about it also from Saluna, from 0 to 12, it talks about from like separation anxieties, especially for mothers and infants, and like in psychology we call it the attachment theory, like, and where Saluna mainly talks about from the teenagers I think from 12 to 25, and and that's just a general with the CDC. That's a general suicide prevention where we don't have the statistics for PI, because we make the smallest number of the population is, which we don't have like more the need for like more PI clinicians or psychologists, and not especially accessing these services. And we did our first ever workshop yesterday of incorporating the Samoan Lele printing, and with promotion of like about the app. And this mental health app it's paid, it's free online, both on App Store and Google Play, where you can download, and it's free to access. And I think Lenna will also contribute more some of the workshops.
Awesome. Kelly, what inspired you to get involved in mental health advocacy?
Because I come from a small island country in the Pacific, and just seeing, because we have a lot of generational trauma, and like how to deal with that, and especially if in Fiji we don't have the resources for that. Like, how do we unpack generational trauma? And I've seen like many young people, especially because I'm Cutie Pie, I'm a Pakasa Leolewa, and many of our members who are part of the Cutie Pie, who are Fafafine, Fafatama, Leiti, and it's like so because of generational trauma and societal expectation, like there's no form of dealing with trauma, and just like seeing that, like just like having an ear and to listen to, like life is important, and it's and then also seeing that like the rates of gender-based violence, and like dealing with that, and just listening, and just being a helping hand, like and also referring to services that exist. And in the Pacific, I used to work for the Fijian rights movement, mainly talked about that highlights more on like the status of gender-based violence, and seeing that take into account that that's something that we highly talk about, and one of the from my work with the FWRM, just seeing that every 64% of women and girls experience intimate partner violence, and that's the highest in the world. And with legislations, a UN convention that we are part of, that we ratify, but still the law, the practice doesn't match with the, and like from that it inspires me, like we need to have an intervention, and it's a need to address these issues.
Thank you for your work. Lenna, did you want to add to?
Yeah, also wanted to. I know Josiah has to hop off, and
Okay.
is that okay? I know, and it's someone
Yes.
like.
Oh,
Okay.
certainly.
And how does he do that? He just exits.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
So sorry. Yeah.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Thank you for joining us and sharing the events. And please share the flyers with us so that we can share them at our community events every week. Thank you.
Thank you, Josiah.
Thanks,
Thank
Josiah,
you
for
so much.
coming
I
on.
appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Bye, y'all.
Take care.
Right. Yeah. Thanks so much, Naki and Carl, especially for
course.
accommodating us and for always allowing us to come here and share all of our work and what we're trying to do in our Pacific Islander community. So like Kali said, the Bright Life and Saluna Kids app are applications that were created by the state of California for California students and for parents who have students. They have two apps. The first app is Bright Life Kids, which tailors to parents and children who are students 0 to 12 years old. And also they take in consideration grandparents who have are starting to raise their children. And so this app is also helping them with teaching their student or their children and their toddlers how to recognize feelings and how to put words to their feelings and how to recognize what to look forward to, look for in case there are some signs that they need to watch out for to help them get the resources that they need. And so that's what Bright Life Kids app is. It's the app that will connect you or your child to a life coach for free, also a clinician, teachers and counselors that will help you get the services that your child or you need to get through like mental wellness issues. That's what Bright Life Kids is. Saluna app is the same thing, but it's geared towards students who are 13 to 25 years old. And so the minors do need their parents, permission or not. It just depends on the situation. I have to go deeper into that, but that's a story for another time. But the apps come with like real-time one-on-one connections with like I said, clinicians, doctors, counselors, and life coaches.
Nice.
And
I
also,
like that.
yeah, and also connects you to community resources. Say children need food, like their parents they don't have food, they can't speak the language, they don't know where to go. There's an app there, there's a section there where they can reach out to community resources, and somebody will answer them and say, hey, let me call you and let's connect with you and so and so. So it's just an app that California is trying to adapting so that the community can use it, so they know how to service everyone. And they're noticing too that kids are like, there's so much screen time that they don't have time to like really socialize face to face with people, with their own family or their friends at school. Or some kids, and I hate to say this, lack the manners that that they need, or social behavior, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or even or they're so shy that they can't express themselves, or they're bullied, right? Or a bully is hurt and just keeps on bullying. So these apps are there for children who do have phones and have access to that. They can grab it and say, I need help. They give you breathing exercises. They give you like writing exercises. They also connect you to other kids who have those same types of issues. So we're just trying to promote that digital mental wellness campaign for students in California. And so with that app, we know that Pacific Islanders is a low percentage of Pacific Islander families take advantage of the app. And so we partnered with one of our funders, which is Asian Health Services, and said, hey, could you guys take care of the PI community for us and share it with them? And so Kali and I, that's where Kali and I come in, and we create all these, well, we don't create it, but we come up with these programs and find cultural practitioners and ask them to come and partner with us so we can do these things. And so that's the fun part. Masi making, well, the Fijian tapa making, the Samoan ele making, because they're all activities that still the audience, and it's intergenerational. So 0 to 100, we always say 0 to 100 can come. We'll pay for the education, all the resources and the materials. And then we even have activities for kids who don't want to do that. We have a Pacific Islander coloring table. So we do that. And while they're stilled, we introduce the apps and we have them, talk about it. And then, it works well for us, and it has been lately. So sorry, so long-winded. Yeah.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Have you noticed like lately a lot of programs have been geared towards mental health, which I'm so happy. But how do you think that came about? Like, did we at some point we realized that it used to be a taboo topic, but now there's so many programs, or not a lot of programs, like we're starting to discuss it. We're starting to get resources specifically geared towards Pacific Islanders.
Yeah. I think what's happening is that, like, because we work with public health departments are looking and saying, hey, there's all these numbers. We see that Latino, we see Black, we see, Asian. All these numbers are of people and kids getting services, but the number for Pacific Islanders is small. Why is that? Why? Is it because lack of education, lack of knowledge, stigma? We don't know what it is. How do we increase that visibility? So they come to groups like us, like community orgs, and say, how can we increase that visibility? And so that's where we come in and partner with everybody to try and help us educate and provide those kind of services. And we're trying to come to you guys, NACI. We're trying to come to Solano County.
Oh, yes.
We heard you. Were you like, how was you coming to Solano County?
Did you hear me?
I was like, Tao, can we go to Solano County and do this? And and stuff. She's like, yeah, we're gonna try. We're try to make our way over there.
Most definitely. And I think the numbers are low because the people that are teaching or who trying to educate us are not us. Like, right? We only relate to people that look like us because of the past. We only trust us. I think, and we always talk about we only trust people that look. We take the information from our own. So somebody that is non-Pacific Islander, we're like, okay.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
When we did our focus groups, they said they wanted to hear from the church, the community organizations, elders, and community activists, like community
like
CBOs,
yourselves,
right?
Yeah.
So that, finding that pipeline to get into the community. So a couple questions with the numbers. It encourages me because I believe that if they think our numbers are low, they must be keeping track of the numbers. So do we have disaggregated numbers where they're saying like this is a small percentage of the overall PI population, or are they just saying it's a small number in related to the other groups?
That's a good question, Carl. I can answer some of that. So for based off of what we do, right? That's what we do is we give them the disaggregated data for Pacific Islanders,
Great.
And our groups are, if we're getting funding from public health departments, then we definitely have to create these programs for our specific poly groups, right? Or Pacific Islander groups, and give them that disaggregated data and not push us in one other group, right? And that's what they want because they're like, oh my gosh. Like say, for instance, I went to a state meeting and the guy was saying, Lenna, so when we look at the census, it only says, when I hover over Berkeley, it only says there's 13% of Berkeley is Pacific Islanders. Well, we know that's not true because there's at least 25% of Berkeley has got Pacific Islanders because there's a lot of students, right? There's a lot of people. So that's where, he's like, if the number for Pacific Islanders in a specific location is low, then what they do is we become invisible and we get swept in to that group. Right. And so they want us to do these kind of programs because they know we are a small group, right? To them, we're a small group, but we're a small group with many disparities. We have so many disparities and those need to be addressed, but we can't do it if we're only in Alameda County or in Santa Clara County. We got to go to every county. But the way to do that, starts from groups like ours, from people like you that help us push the work. I always feel like in order for us to do any kind of public health work, so we can get our own disaggregated data straight to those organized to the public health departments and federal people, is that we have to partner with ethnic media. We have to partner with churches. We have to partner with other orgs, other schools, because that's where we're at. We got to partner with sports people,
Right.
But yeah, it's kind of tough. It can be tough because of budgeting, but it's also, nobody wants to come, to be honest, I always say this, nobody wants to come to a boring health presentation. It's boring because people are like, sir, I already know about that. I'll go to my doctor. I'll just call. But, we have to make it interesting, right?
So, Kali, from a community standpoint, right? Like disaggregated data, get the numbers, get the people in. Are you able to tell more on a personal level and community level when you're moving the needle with either the people you're interacting with or the community? Are there signs or factors that you see that you say, oh yeah, I really feel like we're making headway, or ooh, we could do better here or there at the community level? Are you able to feel that?
Yes, especially because because of like I'm still in this stage of simulation because I've been doing this work. Like what has worked in the Pacific, in the Asia Pacific region, might be different from here in the Bay Area or the continental US. And some of the things that, like for the past 2 years here in the US, I've been working with a lot with Cutie Pie, queer Pacific Islanders, trans Pacific Islanders, from Washington to Louisiana, and like navigating some of the the spaces. And one thing I've realized is that and that like in especially like how using cultural tools of liberation such as masi printing or haku making, like connecting to like connecting the dots between the diaspora and from back in and those of us from the islands, and also like some of the services are like required and in especially with data. With recently, I was at the Creating Change. It was a national LGBT conference, and in Las Vegas, and that was the push, the need for segregated data, because often it, like Pacific Islanders are always grouped together as the AA, the Asian American and Pacific Islanders, and like and that's and I know that we didn't we didn't call for that. It was the Palangi or the way of the American, the system that they made us, that we to be together to fall for number. And we have also realized that there are certain organization will be benefiting, especially a organization benefiting from our data and say that we're doing the work. And that has led to the brown paper. First, the Cutie Pie brown paper led by Dr. Samoa and the members of the Pacific Village, that we need to have our own space because and call for like some of the services like me won't be as targeted towards the Asian Asian American community. Won't be relevant to us PI, and I think the little steps many organizations have been doing, and like I've been learning a lot from them. And with the current administration about removing DI and and know that these for us community members don't let that be the barrier. And like these like this work has like we need to continue this work because we are the no we make the smallest number, but we need to help our community, and it's like all about community, spirit of community.
I love that.
I love that. Thank you,
I love that.
Kelly.
I just a observation is there are so many activists for the Pacific Islander community that are Cutie Pie, right? It's not just advocating for Cutie Pie, forwarding their rights and that group, but in the Pacific Islander, and I'm just thinking about Taffy from Utopia Seattle, Tafili Saunoa from PCA up in Alaska, yourself, and I just started going through my mind, like there are a lot of activists for the overall PI community that are part of the Cutie Pie community. So thank you for everything that you do.
We appreciate you. So I love that the work is starting to move, like Solano County, Alameda, San Francisco. And how are you able to move from county to county? You're going into these counties looking for grants, or your grant extends over to the next county?
So for regional, when I came in, they already had a grant with Santa Clara County, and the reason why is because in Santa Clara County, it's stated that Santa Clara County has the largest amount of Pacific Islanders in the Bay Area, and so because Santa Clara County is humongous,
Yeah.
and
San Jose.
and Yeah, there's
Is that
tons of
San Jose? Okay.
Oh yeah.
yeah, San Jose, yeah.
Mhm.
And so because there's such a large amount of Pacific Islanders there, that's where they want us to go out and get numbers. And so we do things out there as well.
Mhm.
Um, so with Santa Clara County Public Health Department. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Because that's where your event was at
Uh-huh.
the church. Yeah. Yeah,
At
that's
Sunnyvale. So we're having a health fair there in April 26th.
oh,
And so
nice.
we're also
At the
trying
same
to
place?
yes. So
Okay.
remember that church that's deemed the Pacific Islander Resilience Hub.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Resilience Hub. I love
Mhm.
that.
So we're gonna have whatever we have in Santa Clara County, we're gonna have it over there. And I'm trying to partner with Camp Cam's Real Camp Cam, Camp
Uh-huh.
Leal Tepetele, to bring this same program over to him. Not Resilience Hub, but to partner with him doing the mental wellness app for Bright Life Kids in Saluna,
Oh,
as well as
nice.
the LA. So
Nice.
we'll wait for him to say yay or nay, but he's working on it today. And
Oh,
maybe if he accepts it, I'll ask you if we could come and he could talk about it.
yeah. I love Cam.
Like, could I bring my friends to come and talk on your show?
Yes. Yes. Yes, you can. And I'm sure he'll participate because he's such an advocate for mental health and the kids. He's doing great work
Yes.
in Santa Clara County with the kids. So I'm sure that's a go. Come on, Cam.
Mhm.
So yes. And the event for the high school kids, give that date to me again. I have it, but just in case people joined late, give me the date again.
The date for the high school kids, I believe,
Yes.
is May 30th, which is a
Yes.
Friday. That's at the
Okay.
Veterans Hall in Hayward.
Word. Awesome. That's where the event you guys have a lot of events there too as well,
Yeah.
right? Because we've
Yes,
been
because
there too.
right. So we partner a lot with the Pacific Islander Wellness Initiative as well.
Okay.
And so we do a lot of things because we don't have a location, but
Right.
they have access to location. And so I'm always looking for somebody with a location, you know.
Yes. I love that. I love that. Okay. I love the work that you guys are doing. I love that you guys have been out there now. Ever since you joined, you've been pushing it forward. You guys have been loud. You guys have been loud. That's awesome. That's
Oh,
awesome.
and we have our community meeting. I sent you guys invite, so you just
Oh, okay.
RSVP to it
Oh, yes.
if you can or not. It's on Tuesday at Someone Solutions. I emailed to you and Carl.
Oh, I think I did see that. I think I did see that.
I did
That's
see
this
that.
Tuesday
First thing I saw was Tuesday.
on the 25th.
I know Tuesday. I was like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna make it, but let me just boom, shit out there.
I know. I love Someone Solutions. They open their
Yeah.
doors. They're such
They
a
are.
great
We
crew.
love them.
Are you guys in San Mateo County too helping? Like you're doing your work in Santa Clara. Are you pushing forward in San Mateo as well?
So because our grants only allow us to do Alameda County and Santa Clara County, we stay there.
Okay.
And I know Regional Pacific Islander Task Force, their founders are Lefa, Patsy, their co-founders,
Yeah.
Natalie and Tao. And so I believe that, we do work together, but I think Lefa, she takes care of San Mateo County,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She's the queen over there.
Mhm.
She is the queen.
She's the
I
queen.
have never met her personally, but I heard so many queenly things from her.
She's so awesome.
Yeah.
She's the queen of San Mateo. We love her. I think there's a documentary actually.
Oh,
Going.
gosh.
Yes, there's a because part of our team is working on that.
Oh,
But
nice.
anyway, that's you didn't hear it from me, even though you heard it from
It's
me.
a rumor. It's just a rumor.
What are you guys doing? I'm over here talking like how you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing good. I'm doing good. Just work. Carl's traveling for work. He's driving
see.
all across California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So less flights, more driving,
Yes.
which I'm good with. I like that. A lot of car time, a lot of windshield time to think.
Yes. And
I'm
I'm busy. I'm just busy. I got a new position at work like 2 years ago, and I've just been swamped. I'm busy all the time now. So, but I love that we still get to do FICA. We still get to talk to amazing folks like yourself. We love the work that you guys are doing. We're fans of the work that you all are doing in Alameda, Santa Clara, San Mateo, everywhere. And I love the people that you are giving resources to. And I see you everywhere. I see you. Love it. I love it. great. It's great.
And I love seeing you guys.
And if you haven't seen our interview with Kelly, go ahead and check it out on our page. She did so good. I think it was in Hayward. It was in
Hayward,
Hayward at the Veterans
downtown
Hall. It
Hayward.
was, yes. So thank you so much for the work. Truly, thank you so much for the work that you both are doing, the whole Regional Pacific Islander Task Force. We're so proud to be in your circle, girls, in your circle. Y'all is famous. Y'all is famous. Now, Kelly, when I see you, girl, I'll be like, hey, girl, we friends now. We family. We family. I can tell everybody I know y'all now. I know you. Like,
She's a friend of the show.
We're excited to be in your circle. Okay, you are the OGs. We bow to you, Carl.
I literally am an OG. I literally am an OG. Thank you so much. We will let you get back to your families. Go enjoy the evening. You've been working all day. We love you. Thank you for the work that you're doing.
Thank you, ladies.
We love you. Bye.
I love Lenna.
Lenna's always.
That's my girl.
Always a good time talking to Lenna, whether it's in person or there's some of the people. It's not the same experience. It's not exactly the same, but she's so I don't know, her enthusiasm and her passion, it's infectious through a screen. Like you can't help but like, what are you doing? Oh wow, tell me about it.
Yeah, she's awesome. Thank you to the Regional Pacific Islander Task Force for joining us this evening. Josiah, Callie, and Lenna, we appreciate you. And give me your flyers so we can put them on our community announcements. I may be due for a new headphone. I don't know. It keeps falling off.
You've been saying that for 8 seasons.
I know. I'm holding on. I'm cheap. I'm holding on. Anything else?
I don't
That
think
was
so.
great. That was great information that we learned.
It is.
And follow them on all social media outlets just so you know the work that they're doing. You can follow them, go get resources and everything that you need to know. Go follow them on social media.
It's good to see yet another mental health program out there.
I know.
Finding ways to do it culturally.
Yes. I love that. So we are here every Thursday at 6 p.m. Come back to FICA with us.
Love you all.